Hello, my beautiful ladies. Today I want to talk about a savings tip that I absolutely love, and that is coming up with other names for an emergency fund. So, as a woman, I personally believe that in order to have a fulfilled life, this requires us to have healthy finances. And yes, I'm talking separate savings accounts. And hopefully building up to investments and assets. But if you're in that phase of making money, but you haven't started saving yet, and this could be at any point in your career. I know people who make, more than $10,000 a month and have not started learning how to create that habit of saving. So this could be at any point in your life, ladies. And especially if you weren't raised with parents who were financially savvy, just learning about how to have healthy finances and growing wealth, I feel like is so important for us. I believe it's important. The planet needs healed, healthy women. And that starts with us learning how to heal ourselves and being personally accountable for that and figure out how to get there. So yeah, this helped by coming up with other names. This helped me get out of a lack mindset and having language that was more expansive. So you've probably heard of an emergency fund. Dave Ramsey talks about this. A lot of financial experts talk about this. Disclaimer, I am not a financial expert. This is why I always recommend that you do research on your own. But I am someone who has had lots of life lessons, ups and downs, and I'm just sharing my journey in creating savings and wealth and learning how to heal myself. I believe and I feel like, and I've been having conversations with other women who are like me, who, are desiring to build healthy finances. And we've talked about this idea of how an emergency fund, by calling it an emergency fund, that almost calls in or attracts emergencies. Have you ever noticed when you're first starting out and maybe you've saved a month, 6 months, maybe a year, but then all of a sudden something happens, your car breaks down, or you have a job change, or your electricity bill ends up being higher than you had planned for, and all of a sudden it feels like you're going back to zero. So we want to get out of this mode of calling in and attracting emergencies. So here's some fun ideas. One could be, you could call it your more than enough fund, my empowerment fund, or if you really want to get goddess level, my FU fund. And yes, sometimes in order to kick ourselves into gear, we need to get to that space. And sometimes we need to use that language. I'm just going to be honest. So sometimes we really need to get pissed, and in order for us to make that move and activate ourselves. So those are some fun ones to consider that I've come across. You could also come up with some on your own, but just anything that's going to feel like you are calling in abundance, right? And I believe for men, it's different. I find that with men, because they are wired and care more about providing and protecting, using the language emergency doesn't have the same effect on them. But I believe as women, it affects us differently. And the language we use, I found for myself, does matter. So another fun idea is, instead of calling it bills, call it paying for my blessings already received. So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope hearing about other names for emergency funds to help get you out of a lack mindset was helpful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.